All right. So, what are the odds, y'all? Ruby slippers from the Wizard of Oz are for sale nearly 2 decades after they were stolen, and we get another W. I mean, who was the running mate for Kamala Harris? Walls, like Trump wall. What about the wolf on Young Thug's sweater? When he was in court. What about the Dances with Wolves actor that was just trending because he has some not so good charges against him? What about Walgreens W closing over 1,200 stores upcoming? What about Walmart trending? Another W. Remember somebody died? They got locked in the walk-in oven. And what about Ozzy Osbourne? Remember the Blizzard of Oz? Remember his guitarist got shot? Okay. And there's probably a lot more W's. And here's another one. Let me play this video, okay?
It's been nearly 20 years since a pair of Judy Garland's ruby red slippers were stolen from a museum in her hometown. The shoes were recovered 13 years later, but no one was ever charged until now. Jim Murray reports.
They're the most famous pair of shoes in the world, Dorothy's ruby red slippers.
Follow the yellow brick road.
Now the FBI has charged a man with stealing them, and if convicted, he may be on the yellow brick road to jail.
Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road.
The pair of iconic shoes worn by Judy Garland in the classic 1939 movie was stolen from the Judy Garland Museum in her birthplace, Grand Rapids, Minnesota, back in 2005.
And you get Minnesota, right? Like Timberwolves and Kamala's running mate, Walls, the governor of Minnesota, and you get another W here.
They were recovered in a sting operation in Minneapolis in 2018. Look, there's Garland's name inside, but no one was charged until now. A one-page indictment says 76-year-old Terry John Martin stole an object of
John, like Donald John Trump.
cultural heritage, an authentic pair of
Terry T, like Trump.
ruby slippers. Martin lives just 12 miles from the museum where the slippers were on display. He told a reporter, "I gotta go on trial. I don't want to talk to you." Janie Heights is executive director of the museum. Those ruby slippers behind her are just replicas. The real ones are still in the custody of the FBI.
We are excited that there's movement in the case, but also kind of sad that it's a local person.
The ruby slippers that were stolen are one of 4 surviving pairs used in the movie. FBI agents were able to tell they had the right pair thanks to a single sequin that had fallen off and was left at the scene when they were stolen. Now this iconic piece of movie memorabilia has been found. As Dorothy once said,
There's no place like
It's been nearly.
Okay, so look. A pair of ruby slippers worn by Judy Garland, right? In The Wizard of Oz, on the auction block nearly 2 decades after a thief stole the iconic shoes, convinced they were adorned with real jewels. Online bidding started and will continue through December 7th. Heritage Auctions in Dallas announced in a news release Monday. And Dallas is where JFK got shot. And we get that energy with Donald Trump right now, okay? And look, The Wizard of Oz release date 1939. And look, last Monday, 39 date numerology, okay? And let me apologize if somehow I don't present this very well. I am injured at the moment, but this is still my passion, and I'm still gonna present this regardless, just, having a little bit of trouble right now. But you see, 11/4/24 was Monday. The news release added up 11/4/24, you get 39. Wizard of Oz release 1939. Oh, and what do you know? Right in the article. In the movie, the slippers represent a little guy's ability to triumph over powerful forces, and triumph sounds like Trump. And what are they talking about? A little guy. Isn't that interesting? Because, I'm looking at Judy Garland. That doesn't look like a little guy. Y'all let me know if I'm wrong, if there was some little guy. Oh, the slippers represent the little guy's ability. That's interesting. But Dorothy wore them. Dorothy D like Donald. Judy Garland, right? As the item that she, a simple teenage farm girl from Kansas, steals from the dictatorial, wicked witch. Look, you get more W's. And ultimately uses to liberate the oppressed people of Oz. Look, this is all a script, right? Is this supposed to symbolize what's going on right now? They're nothing less than a symbol of revolution. So history repeats. I mean, what a joke, right? They got our lives scripted out like some dumb movie, some dumb story. Wouldn't it be cool to just live a regular life and not be suppressed? Okay? Wouldn't that be amazing if YouTube let people watch this video rather than suppressing my channel where you can't even find the damn thing? And it's going to get worse, y'all. It's going to get worse, all right? Because we are targeted. You'll see your hand selected decoders because they're the right religion. You'll see them be pushed to the forefront. All right? And they're going to complain like they're being affected. Idiots, right? Deceivers, right? So and look, ruby red. Are you kidding me? Okay, War by Judy Garland in The Wizard of Oz. So who's playing wizard over us? Right? I can name at least one person here on YouTube who tries to do that, but I'm not going to right now. Judy Garland in The Wizard of Oz is on the auction block. The slippers worn by her nearly 2 decades after the thief stole them. And for real, like, triumph really does sound like Trump. Okay, let me know if y'all disagree. And obviously they're red, right? Trump wins the, well, they selected him. Okay? And look, for sale nearly 2 decades after they were stolen. Look at that right there. 76. Wow, let's play that clip again because they said a 76, right? For sale equals 76 like Donald John Trump. Now let's catch that 76 again. Hopefully it's at the beginning here.
It's been nearly 20 years since a pair of Judy Garland's ruby red slippers were stolen from a museum in her hometown. The shoes were recovered 13 years later, but no one was ever
Politics
charged
113.
until now. Jim Murray reports.
They're the most famous pair of shoes in the world, Dorothy's ruby red slippers.
Follow the yellow brick road.
Now the FBI has charged a man with stealing them, and if convicted, he may be on the yellow brick road to jail.
Follow the yellow brick road.
Follow the yellow brick road to
The pair of
nowhere.
iconic shoes worn by Judy Garland in the classic 1939 movie was stolen from the Judy Garland Museum in her birthplace, Grand Rapids, Minnesota, back in 2005.
Trump equals 25. We're coming up on the year 25. 2005 is like 25. Are they saying that the movie came out 76 years ago? Let's see.
Were recovered in a sting operation in Minneapolis in 2018. Look, there's Garland's name inside,
Look.
but no one was charged until now. A one-page indictment says 76-year-old Terry John Martin.
Ooh! 76-year-old Terry John Martin. And we have Donald John Trump equaling 76. Oh my gosh, it's right there. Come on, y'all. How come you didn't let me know? Okay, look, it's right there on the right. Terry John Martin was 76. For sale 76 in the code. Donald John Trump 76. Okay, and look at right here. For sale equals 31 like Donald. And they just mentioned a 13 as well. I can't remember what it was, but politics and for sale equal 113. Oz equals 41 like for sale. All right. The man stole the slippers, 76-year-old Terry John Martin, when he was sentenced in January. Doesn't the president get inaugurated or whatever the term is in January, on January 20th? Whatever the word is. Sentenced to time served because of his poor health. He admitting he admitted to using a hammer to smash the glass of the museum's door and display case in what his attorney said was an attempt to pull off one last score. After an old associate with connections to the mob told him the shoes had to be adorned with real jewels to justify their $1 million insured value. That's interesting because a Don, right? Like the mob. Okay. Mob. What's the term? The Teflon Don. Right? I can't remember the nickname. There's another nickname for a mobster named Don. I'm just really not feeling it right now. So, look, Margaret Hamilton equals 76. The Wizard of Oz equals 176 to go with the 76-year-old thief. For sale, Donald John Trump, all 76. How about that? And this is the code right here. It's the English language, the alphabet, the one we use. Forwards, reverse, reduction to both. All right. What are the odds? Margaret Hamilton plays the witch, and her name equals 76. Look, you get green. Remember the Celtics won the NBA championship? Joker 2, the movie. Green, right? There's probably more about green. Walgreens closing stores, right? And look, Garland equals 42. Dorothy right here. This is Dorothy in the movie. Her and Toto follow the yellow brick road to nowhere, right? And again, who's playing the wizard? So look, Garland 42, Ruby 42, Slippers 42, and Dorothy D like Donald, right? Wonderful Wizard of Oz. Okay, Frank Baum's original 1900 novel, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, on which the film is based. Dorothy wears silver shoes. However, the color of the shoes was changed to red to take advantage of the new Technicolor film process used in big budget Hollywood films of the era. Okay. And look at online bidding has started and will continue through December 7th. 127. Wizard of Oz equals 127 in the reverse cipher. And look at how that day, December 7th, is the 342nd day of the year, 42, leaving 24. And remember, garland, ruby, and slippers equal 42. What else does it say? And I mean, Dallas, JFK really got assassinated in Dallas. John F. Kennedy, and we have Donald John Trump here, right? I mean, come on, man. Dallas, D like Donald. And of course, ruby red slippers. Republican Party, red state. Donald Trump picks up the victory. And the auction company received the sequin and bead bedazzled slippers from Michael Shaw. Okay? The memorabilia collector who originally owned the footwear at the heart of the beloved 1939 musical. Shaw had loaned the shoes in 2005 to the Judy Garland Museum in Grand Rapids, Minnesota. Again, Tim Walz, representing Minnesota as governor, fell to defeat. He won't be the vice president unless, hey, something may happen still. You never know. But Michael Shaw, 102, 48, and 60. I mean, Donald Trump equals 60, just like Judy, as in Judy Garland, Dorothy. Judy's got the 48, just like Slippers and Michael Shaw, and Donald Trump equals 48 as well as 60, right? And I guess I didn't put it in there, but I'm going to show you right now. Look at Michael Shaw, 102, just like Slippers. What are the odds? Now let's go to the calculator over here. Oh, look, I have a calculator right here. Donald Trump, 48 and 60. Look at that. 48 and 60. And then again, Michael Shaw, 48 and 60. Judy, 48 and 60. How about that? Yeah, and Slippers, 48. So that summer, someone smashed through the display case, as stated, and stole the slippers. Their whereabouts remained a mystery until the FBI recovered them in 2018. Now the museum is among those vying for the slippers, which were one of several pairs Garland wore during the film. Only 4 remain. Okay, and look, Darius Garland, how about that? Trending. Scored 25 points. I did that decode, and we've referred to it a few times for other reasons. Darius Garland with the 25 points. Big game. That's Donovan Mitchell right there, but his teammate Darius Garland, like Judy Garland, he had 25 points. Cavaliers improved to 6-0. Look at that. Cavaliers improved to 6-0 with that victory. And look back here again, Michael Shaw, Judy, Donald Trump, all equal 60. So you see how that works? And look at the 120 with the victory, and you get 102 just mixed up, right? How about that? They get that 11-point victory. And look at this right here, because Judy Garland, this is another trending story I covered. Okay, look, Judy Garland, her death date, June 22nd. Look, Rodri, Man City, right? Manchester City. He was trending for a couple of reasons. He won an award. And I think, what's it called? Like the Champions League or whatever it's called. He's in some tournament right now trending as well. And I covered that. He's got the same birthday as Judy Garland's death date. Look at how he's born in 96 and she died in 69, the reverse. Okay, what are the odds? And I mean, what are the odds? For real. And we get another connection with another trending story. Judy Garland, Dorothy, Wizard of Oz, Dorothy and Toto, follow the yellow brick road, right? How about this? Her date of birth, June 10th. Is it not going to go back? June 10th. And look how that is the same as Ray Charles' date of death. Okay, and he was connected with the Quincy Jones death the other day. Right? What are the odds of that? Right? You see, date of death, June 10th, 2004. And now look, we're in the year 24. Okay? Judy Garland, the same date of birth as Ray Charles' death date. And I already had that slide because it was just trending with Quincy Jones. Worked with a few artists, Ray Charles being one of them. Okay? So you see how it's just connecting with these other stories. And that 9669 thing, Darius. How many people named Darius? I'll wait. Right? I mean, what are the odds? Okay? Oh, okay, it was the Champions League. You see that right there? Okay. And look at how close. Look at the Wizard of Oz release date, August 25th. Look at Michael Jackson's birthday, August 29th, 4 days later. And he was connected with the Quincy Jones death as well. And right when I saw August 25, I'm like, damn, that's very close to MJ's birthday. All right. So, I mean, wow, right? I mean, it's just amazing.
There's no place like home. The iconic shoes worn by Judy Garland in The Wizard of Oz are home after being stolen from a museum nearly 2 decades ago.
After more shocking twists than even the Wizard of Oz could have dreamt up, the rightful owner of these original ruby slippers finally got the reunion he'd spent 19 years waiting for.
They're in very good shape.
Michael Shaw owned the famed Hollywood props, one of just a handful of...
Who played the wizard? Because doesn't that guy kind of look like the guy a little bit? Let's see. Who played the wizard in The Wizard of Oz? Frank Morgan is the first guy who pops up here. Who else was in... Who played the wizard in the original Wizard of Oz? Okay, so I'm guessing it was Frank Morgan right here. Let's look at... Yeah, right there. Let's look at the other names while we're here. I don't see anything else I want to try to match right now. I'm just looking to see if there's like a Donald or something. All right, so I think we're good. I think we're good. Frank Morgan, huh? Is this him right here? I don't know who this is on the right. Oscar? That's interesting because Oscar the Grouch is green, isn't he? In Sesame Street, and you get the Wicked Witch green, Joker 2 green. Celtics win the championship green. Think about like a fever, or somebody's really sick. In the cartoons, their face will turn green. Right? Indiana fever, very trendy. Think about another fever that maybe comes up from time to time with an agenda. But nice. And there's always more. Excuse me if I couldn't present very well. I'm a little bit grumpy because I injured myself. I fell down. So yeah, I'm not feeling too good. Who knows? Maybe that thumbnail hits big time, doesn't it? So I'll just go back and look at all of these stories connect just like that, right? And there's going to be something else, obviously, that I'm going to miss here, but undeniable connections right there. ruby red slippers. I mean, that really shouldn't get by none of us, right? Red, the Dodgers won the World Series. Blue, come on. You know, that name Hamilton probably connects somewhere. There was probably a president named Hamilton at one point. It sounds familiar. Again, I'm not going to go. And Terry John Martin, like Donald John Trump, but without the H. Come on. Triumph. All right, y'all. So I think I'm off to lay down. I feel like crap, but I still wanted to get this to y'all, okay? Ruby slippers from the Wizard of Oz are for sale nearly 2 decades after they were stolen. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for hanging in there with me. I should still be back in the AM with another one. Until then, peace.